So we had two challenges actually last week. We had one which we were standing up on one leg and lifting the leg up. So we had this challenge, which quite a few of you decide you go into. You notice that you're wobbly at first, and after you progress after time and time, especially after a week of doing it, it shouldn't be much. And I did another video as well, which is two really great exercises to do. And one of them really assesses your core. So we come round onto all four, tuck your toes. And my knees are hip distance apart, and my crown of the head is in alignment with my spine. So I'm not dropping the chin, and I'm not lifting up. So that's just so the neck is in a nice alignment there. We're not causing any extra strain on the neck. I'm spreading my fingers wide, and I'm pressing down through all four corners of the palms of the hands, so there's not too much pressure into the wrist. Tuck the toes and lift the knees off the floor. Nice and close to the floor, and then when you begin to shake, you drop back down. So we went through this exercise last week. And the second part was to take your bum back towards your heels, drop the forearms down. That might be plenty. You might cross over the arms, rest the forehead on the backs of the arms, or you might be able to sink the bum down deeper and dropping the forehead down. This is called child's pose or rock pose. If your shoulders are tight, you can always bend in at the elbows. So that's the previous exercises that I've done. So if you've done them, comment and let me know. And today I'm going to share with you an exercise which is really good for strengthening the core of the body. So as I've mentioned before in previous videos, the core of the body is like a corset, the deep core muscles, it's like a corset that wraps around the body, going to the back, all the way around the front, down to the front of the body. And that helps to support your spine in place, so it keeps it nice and secure. And when that's nice and secure and supported, you're less at risk of developing further injuries to the back. So let's lie on our back and take our feet hip distance apart. Take your shoulders down away from the ears. And just allow the breath to be natural. I'm going to think about it a little bit now about Pilates breathing. So with Pilates breathing, when you inhale, you try to direct the awareness to the ribs and allow the ribs to expand out to the side. So let's try that. Inhale, expand the ribs. And exhale as you breathe out, draw back the belly. So as you breathe in through the nose, the ribs expand. And as you breathe out through pursed lips as you draw the belly back. Inhale, expand the ribs. Exhale, breathe out, pull back the belly, and see if you can squeeze the pelvic floor. So the feeling of you're stopping the flow of urine. So in the beginning, sometimes that's difficult to feel. Inhaling, expanding the ribs. And exhaling, breathing out. So let's try to do that with this movement. So we inhale to prepare, expand the ribs. As you exhale, draw back the belly, pull up the pelvic floor, lift your right leg up. This is called tabletop. So the knee is above the hip, and the shin is in alignment with your ceiling, with the ceiling, and your heel is in alignment roughly with your knee. So from here, be aware of your lower back. Notice if the back is arching for you as you make this movement, which I'm about to show you. If it is, it might be too much for you. Just don't go quite so far. This should be quite gentle for most of you. So from here in the tabletop position, begin to extend the leg away from you. You're beginning to extend that leg away from you just until you feel an engagement in the abdominal area. If you feel this back begin to arch is too much for you, that might be plenty. Maybe you can extend the leg a little bit further. It doesn't have to be too far. We want nice strength in the stomach, no arching through the back. And then drawing the leg back in, releasing the foot to the floor. Think about Pilates breathing again. Inhale, expand the ribs. Exhale, draw back the belly. See if you can pull up the pelvic floor. So imagine you're stopping the flow of urine. And as you do that, lift your left leg up into tabletop. Knee above the hip. Shin in alignment with the ceiling. Now, if you feel the back's pulling already here, bring the knee closer to you. That might be plenty for you today. If it feels okay, begin to extend the leg slowly, slowly, slowly. Noticing if you feel engagement in the stomach. Maybe the muscles are quite weak there that you don't really feel it, in which case let your lower back be a guide. If the back begins to ache, it's too much for you, just come a small bit. So beginning to extend that leg away from you with control, with control. Your shoulders are dropped down away from the ears. And then gently draw the leg back in and releasing back down. Let's go for the right leg again. Inhale, expand the ribs. Exhale, draw back belly, pull up pelvic floor, lifting the leg. Knee above the hips in alignment with the ceiling. From here, extend the leg away with control. Nice and controlled. Inhale as you draw the leg back. Exhale as you lower down. Left side, inhale, expand the ribs. Exhale, breathe out, draw back belly, pull up pelvic floor. Rise the leg into tabletop. Inhale to expand the ribs. Exhale, begin to extend the leg away. If you need to, take another deep breath in. Exhale. And as you inhale, draw that leg back in. And releasing the foot back to the floor. Take your weight into your feet. Lift the hips off. So lower back begins to peel off. Lift up the hips. And then slightly rocking your hips from side to side to release out any tension in the lower back. And release your hips back down to the mat. Bring your knees in toward the chest so feet lift off the floor and gently rock from side to side. If you can't reach your hands to your shins, take them behind the backs of the legs. And releasing down. So you can do that exercise a couple of times a day. If once a day is just what you can do, that's absolutely fine. I always say to my students, better to do regular rather than none at all. So if you can just say you're going to do that once a day, that's absolutely fine. So do comment below if you're going to take part in this challenge for this week. And I'll be back again next Friday to join you as well. So this is really a way to begin to get your back's nice and supported again, to begin to be able to get back to those activities that you've had to stop because of your back. And I know that lots of you might be struggling now, working from home, sitting in chairs that are unsuitable for your back. And, if I can help you in any way, if we can get through this together, that would be really lovely. So if this is of help, please let me know. And I'll see you again next Friday, if not before. Take care. Bye-bye.